Welcome to Lincoln, Nebraska, home of the Cornhuskers and home to some of the most loyal fans in the sport where, once again, Memorial Stadium will be sold out. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Offense set on first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. From the gun, running back gets to give. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands what? SEC, SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
Wants to fire on second down. He fires one deep down the right side. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The Cornhuskers are in the hurry up.
Well, we knew this offense wanted to be aggressive in this game plan, and they're doing it right away in the first series. Taking a shot down the field, they got the look they wanted, and what a great throw by the quarterback.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Still in the pocket and fires over the middle. And he's got it inside the 10. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
We knew this offense wanted to come out here and let it rip through the air. This QB is in a beautiful rhythm early. Nice job with his footwork and his eyes, and he completes a big one there. Get this offense humming.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Husker! Talk about an offense finding its rhythm early.
So nice to find the end zone early, get that confidence going. The defense is showing exactly what you'd expect them to do. Offense taking advantage. Great start for the offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Slips through the line, and he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. With jet sweep pass. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. Looking for space. It's Graves. Still on his feet at the 45. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Looking to throw, it's Kendricks. Gets it out quickly. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Shoots it to the left. Pulls it in. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one.
Yeah, and obviously great play by the offense to keep the drive alive, and also a good find by the quarterback on 3rd down.
NC State on the move, set up with another 1st down. Now they'll try the right side. Across the 25, he's got room. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
They'll give it to him again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum. It plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the other.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Quarterback checking off.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Nebraska 7, NC State 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Running through contact. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
That's a great-looking run there. Nebraska's had such a great lineage at running back. When you think back to the great Roger Craig or Amon Green, Lawrence Phillips, Rex Burkhead, they always seem to be pumping somebody up into the NFL. This guy has a chance to play on Sunday because of his skills.
He's got his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
And the Huskers will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Going for it all. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Notre Dame escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think the Irish fans there today could have done without this one being so close. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Quick pass on the fly motion. Shows him the stiff arm. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you can tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Looking for a crease. It's Graves. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. To the air, it's Kendricks. Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll try to do it himself. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own.
Well, you can tell the QB, he drops back and he wants to throw the football. He wants to push it downfield, try to get the first down. Couldn't do it. Nobody was open, couldn't find anybody, took off to scramble. Great job by the defense reacting to it, getting him on the ground, stopping him short of the first down.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop him, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on 4th down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got it inside the 10. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? First down here for the offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Tripped up for the tackle.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that that was a big explosive play, David. They still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
Quarterback checking the play. They'll run play action. But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He'll set up to throw. Coming after it. It's complete. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. The Huskers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
37-yard offense facing fourth down.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Slings it. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get it.
Touch pass on the jet sweep.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
And here comes the offense on second down. They'll go to the ground. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They've just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
It's complete. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Boston. Touchdown, NC State. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Gets it up to the 37 on the return before he's knocked out of bounds. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
They'll go to the air. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The Cornhuskers moving quickly to the line. The give to the back. Powers through the defender. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They'll line up for a second down play. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. On second down, looking again to throw. He makes a grab. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. They'll immediately call timeout.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Dances away. And it's caught! Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. One more snap coming before halftime. Off play action on first down. They're bringing heat. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Nebraska 21, NC State 7.
And the Huskers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Ready to fire from the pistol. On the run, it's Graves. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So he gets stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now in this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. He'll take another shot here.